So what is up, Africana fam? It's your girl Young Africana back at it again with another video, and today is the last day of the Spice Girls of the fall series, and we are giving a little ginger. You get me? Yeah. So yeah, we did a nice ginger with a blonde patch. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this color and this look, then keep on watching. Alright, you guys, so I have this wig sponsored from me, of course. I have in a 24-inch wig. It's a 13x4 frontal wig. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just part out the part that I want to do. Little side note, I actually did it on the wrong side, but it still came out really nice. I just switched it over and it still came out really nice, thank God. But yeah, you just want to make sure you just part out your part, and I'm also just parting out the section where I'm gonna have that blonde patch, and I'm gonna braid it up. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and do the watercolor method. I have my bucket of warm to hot water, and I have my Kiss Temptation semi-permanent dyes in the color ginger and Cajun spice. And I'm gonna use both of those bottles. I'm gonna empty those tanks out onto the water and then mix it up with my comb just so that there is no dye flying away. And I'm gonna go ahead and just dip my wig inside as well too. And when I'm dipping it, I'm holding on to that patch of blonde for dear life. I don't want to get any color on that blonde patch, and it was definitely possible. I didn't mind it getting a bit on the roots, just so it's like a nice ombre in between. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just dip that hair inside. Again, I'm holding on to that braid for dear life. Getting some of the roots colored as well too on the braid part. And I'm gonna use my brush just to comb through the hair so that the color is nice and saturated. Once I was done, I just rinsed it out, conditioned it, and let it air dry. And now on to the install, you guys. So right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and carve around my ears with my rat tail comb. And I'm just gonna go ahead and part that part and then cut around the ear section just so that the wig fits more snug around my ears. Just reparting my part. Sooner or later I'm gonna realize that I have it on the wrong side because that's not my picture taken side, but we're just gonna show this for educational purposes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just repart my part, and then I'm gonna use my Watercolor wax stick just to put that on the flyaways and make sure that the hair is nice and sleek. And then I'm gonna go in with my hot comb on the hottest setting, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just press that hair out. And the hot comb just makes your hair look way more sleeker and just nicer. And yeah, y'all, get yourself a hot comb. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting some layers into my hair. I didn't OD with the layers this time. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some nice long face framing layers. And I took the wig off, and I'm just gonna go ahead and part out a section of the hair in the frontal just to cover up the back of the tracks. And then just use my Watercolor wax stick and my hot comb just to smooth that out. And I'm using my hot comb on the hottest setting. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my hair into sections and just start, cutting my hair into diagonal layers. So pretty much your hair is gonna end up looking like a V. You're just gonna take where you last left off at the layer and then cut diagonally downwards. And I'm just gonna do that on the other side as well. And again, these were pretty long layers. I didn't really OD because I definitely wanted to retain some length and not chop it up too much. So right now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and take my Marcel iron, and this is from Hot Tools. I believe it's the 1-inch barrel, and I'm going to curl away from my face, and I'm just going to go ahead and just take sections of the tracks and just, do my curls, do my thing, y'all. Y'all already done see me curl 10,000 times. I'm not going to go into depth. Just watch me curl away from my face, hold them curls in your hands, even though sometimes it burn, and yeah, just let it sit. Alright y'all, now on to the installing part. So I already have my ball cap method done. I'm just going in with a nice paper towel and my 91% alcohol, and I'm just going to go ahead and prep my skin for the lace. I do about 2 rounds of this just to make sure that there's no more makeup on my forehead or anything. And now I have the wig on, and I'm gonna go ahead and just cut some slits near the temple areas just so I can have it nice and stretched. And I am going to go ahead and roll my wig back. Now I'll be using my Erica J Hold Me Down adhesive. This is the watermelon one, and I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 layers of this on my hairline. I'll be using the metal tip of my rat tail comb just to smooth out that glue. You want to make sure between each layer that you do, it dries completely clear before adding the next layer. Now that the second and final layer is now dry, I'm just going to go ahead and position my wig in front of the glue and where I want it to be at before I start pressing the wig or the lace into the glue. So have it positioned first again in front of the glue and then press it in. So now I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow razor and I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut off the lace as close to the hairline as possible. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do this all around the hairline, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just use my my excess glue that I have as well as my rat tail comb and start detailing and just getting the pieces that I missed in regards to the lace. I'm gonna go ahead and outline that and then, you know, do 2 layers and then just tack it in. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and start carving out some baby hairs. So I did 4 baby hairs in total. I did 2 on each side. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just use my hot comb just to lay it down and press it down so it's nice and tamed. And now I like to go in with my Fantasia Spritz. This is the, I believe the Ultra Hold one. And I'm going to go ahead and spray that around my hairline just so that we can melt that lace in. And I'm going to put an elastic band. I get this band off of Amazon. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie it around my hairline for about 15 minutes or until it's dry. And yeah, then take it off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take off that headband, well, the elastic band. As you guys can see, it looks further melted. And I did my makeup off camera. And I'm now going to go ahead and just cut my baby hairs about 1 inch long with my eyebrow razor. And now I'll be using my T-Vix flat iron. This is the 1/3 inch flat iron, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start preparing my baby hairs. I like to curl upwards and then form my baby hairs like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and curl it upwards, and then I'm gonna use a bit of spritz and on my baby hair brush, and then just kind of form my baby hairs with the spritz and my baby hairs. Yeah, so you guys want to see the process of it. I like to spray the spritz on my brush and then start, combing my baby hairs and just play with it until you get your desired, look. And as y'all can see, I am just combing the baby hairs in to the hairline and then using the brush and just kind of forming my baby hairs. And now I'm just using a wide tooth comb, and I'm going to brush through my curls and kind of form them to how I want them to look. And I'm just going to keep on playing around with this until it looks how I want it to look like. But overall, these are the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed day 6 of the fall series. It's the ending of the Spice Girls, and I have one more category for you guys until the series is done. We're already past the halfway mark. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.